We have a new UFC bantamweight champion. His name is Merab Dvalishvili, and everybody's going to know how to pronounce it because of how he fights. And now he's riding an 11-fight win streak. Islam Makhachev only longer at 14 in terms of active UFC winning streaks. And, I mean, Merab the Machine was on full display tonight at his best over the course of 25 minutes. He now holds gold.
And let me tell you one thing that I had wrong ahead of this. I thought for Merab to win, he's going to have to do something different than he showed us in previous fights, and that is not what happened. There was no new wrinkles tonight. He went straight forward. He got hit. He got hurt. He got tired like everybody else that fought tonight, but he found a way to get O'Malley down, and when he got him there, he was very strong on top. One thing I was impressed with for Merab, and for young fighters that are watching this, when he got the takedown, he did something with it. It wasn't always damage. Sometimes it was advancing position, but when you hit the mat, most guys will settle and rest. Merab did not. Merab advanced positions. He moved him out, and he made O'Malley react with something aside from a submission or standing up, and that is why O'Malley didn't get up, and it's why he didn't find a submission.
What I love, actually, Teddy, go for it.
No, you go first. You're the guy I want to listen to.
Okay, so listen, when I'm talking about Merab, I'm noticing how he's able to feint his way in and use his kicks and his feints to close the distance. This is what I wasn't sure he was going to be able to do. He did so. He doesn't do it in a lot of his fights, but in this fight, he was going to need that, and he used it. And what I'm talking about is filling that gap by kicking, feinting, and then connecting to the boxing to that. If you try to just reach O'Malley with boxing, that's how you get clipped like Aljo did. He stayed very, very smart. He kept his hands up, and he didn't just rush in like a dummy. He was very intelligent with the way he fought.
Yeah, listen, it came down to where O'Malley needed to be a matador tonight. And obviously, Merab decided not to be a bull. It was... If Merab didn't make mistakes, he had a chance to be in the fight. He had to limit his mistakes. In other words, he had to fight a very controlled, disciplined fight, smart fight, but a disciplined fight all night long. And restrained from what he's done in the past, where he can expose himself rushing in a little bit from too far away, where he gives space to a guy like O'Malley who counters and sets traps so well in space on the outside. We all said that if he stays on the outside, O'Malley's going to win. But what we forgot to say was that if Merab doesn't make mistakes on the outside, he's going to have a chance to win this fight. He fought a very controlled, smart fight. He was cautiously aggressive all night long. And there was a little subtle something going on that I don't know if everybody missed it. That bumping up, and he never did that before. Merab up and down. That served as a little bit of a special feint that kept O'Malley thinking too much. Where O'Malley could never get comfortable, bang, bang, because that little bit of movement kept him a little bit like, wait a minute, if I shoot him, I'm going to get counted. Something's going to happen. Crawford fought a fight against Matrimorph about a month and a half ago in L.A. Crawford is undefeated. He's the top fighter in boxing. Everyone thought he would dominate. And it was a close fight. It was a competitive fight. Crawford won because he did more on the outside than O'Malley did tonight. O'Malley didn't do much. But just Matrimorph moving up and down, the same thing, up and down, made him think too much. It made Crawford think instead of just throwing. I think that that's what happened. That bouncing up and down, part of that was making O'Malley think too much. He should have punched into the bounce.
What surprised you about the approach from Sean O'Malley as we switch it? Everybody up here was consensus picking Sean O'Malley to keep the title. Teddy, what surprised you about how the fight unfolded for Sean?
He didn't move his hands. I mean, you know, I said earlier, and everything everybody was concurring, I believe, was that you can't beat a guy if you can't put your hands on him. You know, if Merab couldn't get to him, we figured he couldn't win. He got to him. He had about 5 takedowns. He was able to creep his way in and get to him without exposing himself. But you also can't win a fight if you don't move your hands. If you don't punch, it's kind of hard to win rounds.